Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you have your oils, put it on your belly, around the navel up to the solar plexus. This center point. So mudya in Sanskrit is the middle that embraces all things. In the middle of the body, a woman's waist. In algebra, the middle term, or the mean, or the average of the progression. The middle finger. In music, a particular tone, a kind of meter, the middle of the sky, the space between the eyebrows, the space between the hands, the heart, the belly, the abdomen, 10,000 billions. The practice of being aware of mudya is a practice of wonder, tenderness, and connection. Explore the relationship between the earth below you, your body, and the sky above. For you then are mudya. You then are the middle point. There is nothing to be forced in the awareness of the immensity beneath you, the planet you stand upon, the immensity above you, the space that holds us all. There is nothing to be forced in this awareness. This is a love relationship. Give it time, give it flowers. Go on dates, pay attention. Find the midpoint of a breath, a sentence, an evening. The text says, Devyateya, by means of the goddess, this practice is revealed. That we, as we come into the 20th day, at the midpoint of this sequence, at the midpoint of the body, at the midpoint of the breath, there is a power and there is a love. There is this incredible gratitude for what joins the above and the below. This is our work, our job, our pleasure, to be that mudya, that point, that pleasure, that connection. At the 20th day, which will be tomorrow, but we're close. In the middle of the body, in the middle of the day. Feel it hold you. Palms together, heart high. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. My name is Martha McAlpin. This is an hour of kundalini yoga, and right now we are paying attention to Manipura, the space at the navel, the center. That which in you which is priceless and powerful. And so tuning in, we find our way forward, calling all guides, all protection, all amplification. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. I am outside and I am inside. Another point of mudya. So many middles. 3 times with me. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev. Roll your wrists, roll your shoulders, shake it out. If you're just joining, good morning, welcome. If you're using your oil, put it around your navel. Playlist starts at color. 3, Manipura is the name of the playlist. Color is the name of the track. Come to lie down on your back. Good morning, and welcome. We start here. Keeping in mind this midpoint, this place at the center, that we are the midpoint, that we experience the midpoint. Knees in, wag your tail. Press your knees into the strap, open your shoulders, breath in here. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale as you press away. You can keep the strap or not. Today, I want no strap. So finding the smallest of pauses at the peak of the inhale and the peak of the exhale, we use the body to find that midpoint. 3. 2. And then as you put your left foot down to the floor, put your strap over the middle of your right foot. Right over the arch. Leg long, arms long, bend your elbows, draw your right knee down toward the floor, towards your armpit, and then extend up and out. Inhaling here, exhaling, bend. Starting to simply establish a little bit of a rhythm. You're going to keep your right knee bent. And pause. Can you get breath down into that right hip? Left foot flat to the floor. And straightening your right leg. Open the back of your knee. Straighten your left leg. And both straps into your right hand. Left arm wide, right leg wide. So from this midline, throat to pubis, open wide. Through your hands, through your feet, through your breath. We're preparing the physical body to handle with grace and efficiency an increase in energy. Bring it into the middle. Release the strap. Bend your right knee. Drop your right knee into your left palm, coming across. So why do I warm up in this way? So that my body is prepared and the energy is distributed. Press to straight. Bend your right knee, knee towards chest. Exhale, press your right hip away from your chest. And do it 2 more times. As you press away, you're turning your navel towards the right waist 1 more time. Press into both heels and sweep your right hand now, skimming along the floor. Keep your right arm wide and press into the legs. Drop your right shoulder. And into the center. Strap over the left foot. Bring your left knee down. And then press your left heel high. So, opening the joints, the marmas, the meeting points. The places that meet are the places that most easily get stuck or sticky or blocked. So open the hip, open the knee, open the heel and the ankle, and stay. Straightening your left leg, straighten the right leg, open the backs of your knees, spread your toes. 2 straps in the left hand, left arm wide, right arm wide. So send your left hip away from your left shoulder. Spread your toes. And into the middle. Release your strap. Bend your left knee and roll across to the right side, bringing it to your palm. And to the center. Onto your right outer hip, knee to hand, and press your left leg to straighten and bend. Press to straighten, sending your left hip away, and knee to chest. 2 more. Feel how your navel begins to turn to the left. That all the soft inner organs have an opportunity
to be rearranged. Skim your left hand wide. 3, 2. And the left hand wide, dropping to the floor. Stand in your right heel. Stand in your left heel. Send your left hip away. And open from the navel into the left shoulder, left hand, left jaw. And bring it back to center. Knees bend, feet flat, hands down. And notice your body. But there starts to be an ease. If you joined late, the playlist is now at breathe. Heels are under your knees. As you stand in your heels, let the hips come up. As your hips come up, let your hands come up. Let your heart lengthen. This will be inhale. Roll down right through the spine, hands down. This will be exhale 4 times. So the navel is the midpoint of the pose. Can you expand from the navel down into the heels and from the navel up into the hands? And the navel is the midpoint of the abdomen. As you lift, can you open from the navel to the left waist and the navel to the right? Bring your elbows down. Keep this. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Or interlacing your fingers. Widen. The slightest pull of your heels towards your heart. And be heavy in your heels. Be heavy in the base of your big toe. Be heavy in the pinkies. And be light in the heart. And rolling down. Roll right over onto your belly. Good. Walk your thighs back. Feet flat, hands down. Peel your feet apart and then zip together. Bring your elbows together as your feet come together, your shoulder blades towards your spine. Reach out through the toes and out through the top of your head. Be very strong in the legs, as straight as you can be. It's a quality of rinsing. And then keeping your feet together, drop the tops of your feet. Legs stay so strong. And the elbows come under the shoulders. And legs strong, wrap your outer hips forward. And drop your thighs into the floor. Find the midpoint, find the navel. From the navel you drop to the ground. And from the navel you rise to the sky. Walking yourself down, stay long, elbows back, and then reach one hand and then the other. Inhale as you reach, exhale to bring it back, a tuck of the chin, strengthening your upper back, clearing the backs of your arms. Legs are heavy and straight. And then 2 arms out and 2 elbows back. Drawing your hands back, palms down, float, open, hips heavy, heart floats. Lift your hips, tuck your chin, down dog, just a beat to walk your feet to your hands. Turning right, stand up wide. Bend your right knee and take your left hand across and down, turning right. Standing up, open out, left knee bends, right hand down, turn. And begin to open and rinse. That this open stance is the midpoint of the gesture. And we turn to the right. And we turn to the left.
And we stand at the center. And we feel its power, the hum. Stay 3. Stay 2. Palms face forward, fingers extended. You'll feel a thrum through the palms, through the arms. And let it go. Shake it out. And sitting down, put the ends of your blocks together. Just for a beat. There we go. If you don't have blocks, you can roll up your blanket, but you want them end to end, lying back, so that you've got some support for your feet a little higher than your hips. Hips up, palms down, and then feet onto the blocks. Right knee to chest, and left. And we're already here. We're already going. It's so simple. Let it be easy. Close your eyes. Find your pace. Personalize your power. Or legs extend. So modify as needed. Close your eyes and settle in. Navel point, the center of your power. Nabi Kriya. Soften your face. Press down to make it easier to rise up. There's a center point. There's a physics to it. Find the ease. Press down to rise up. And become effortless. Building your ability. It can be the ability to hold the line, the ability to stay with it. It can be the ability to change your mind, the ability to make change, the ability to be changed. Release your hands, turn your palms open, widen your heels, the ability to rest, the ability to receive. This is what your power is for, every ability you have. Feel the center body, the crease of the hips, the thighs, everything quite low right now. So if your abdomen had 3 parts, the lowest part across the hips and the pelvis, a midpoint from waist to waist with the navel in the middle, and the upper right between the ribs. We move through these. So now we go to the middle. Hips up, palms down, knees to chest. Right foot down to tap and up. Left foot down to tap and up.
So continuing here, similar to the last, but keeping your feet off the floor. Or keep your feet together. Tap the block. Inhale up. Exhale down. Going on, the legs extend 1 foot at a time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Work here, or 2 feet together. 2 feet up, 2 feet down. Work here, or palms together. You are finding the movement that's available to you with grace, that doesn't constrain your jaw, that doesn't tense your eyes. The place that allows you to be both strong and steady and sweet. If there is no sweetness, take it down a notch. It's all good. However you are moving, you are empowering that. So if you are moving with tension and strain, you are creating power in your tension and power in your strain. And you'll get very good at it. And you'll wonder why you can't rest or why you hurt. So empower the parts of you that you most require. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, knees bend, arms wide, legs out wider than the mat. Feel the center, the mudya, the middle of your body, the meeting place of earth and sky. The generative point between finite and infinite. Right there in your body, breathe into it and let it grow. Notice the sensation internally. With your limbs wide like this, notice the sensation in your mind, in your body, how it feels. Can you keep that? As you bend your knees and bring your strap in, can you keep that? Can you stay that vast internally as you put a strap across your knees, hands on the outer edges of your knees? Shake out your feet, wag your tail. With no tension in the body, settle. You can hold the strap more closely, bringing the knees into the inner arms, or you can hold, one hand holds the opposite wrist. Today I'm holding the bind wide. You choose, you choose. And now return to that sensation when your legs were long and your arms were long, and breathe that sensation into this bind. Keep softening the shoulders and the face. Make space where you can and breathe out the tension you encounter. We can be living our lives as though in a bind. It's only on the inside that we begin to reimagine how limitless we are. Feel it. That even within all the known constraints, we can grow larger internally using our breath. Using our imagination, we reconfigure our response to this folded, knotted, difficult corner. These are everywhere in our lives, these bound moments. Soften, open. Explore it. Until that bind finds some intensity and you breathe the intensity in without its story, without its drama, but you breathe in the power of that bind. You make it yours. It doesn't control you or command you. Drink it in and transform your response. Let it go. Legs long, arms wide, pause, just 20 seconds. The sensation of an opening, a blossoming flower. A yellow flower right at the navel, opening in all directions. And bring it in. Hands to shins, right leg long, right hand wide. Here's inhale. Hands to shins, here's exhale. And open the left and exhale in. Open the right and exhale in. So one at a time might be perfect, or try it out. 2 heels high, 2 arms wide, and hands to shins. So the modification is to keep your heels high so the weight of the legs is less on the work of the abdomen. Or begin to bring your legs out to 60 degrees or 45. Remembering that you're bringing power to your experience. Make sure you're empowering grace rather than strain. Seven more minutes, right here, to change everything. adjusting your movement. Keep adjusting your experience of your movement. "30 seconds. Three, 2, feet to the floor, legs out long, arms wide or hands overhead. The mystic poet Rumi writes, "Everyone has a sun within them." Feel that at the navel. Feel that at the navel. The sun within you. The self of the sun, writes the Upanishads, is the same as myself. The self of the sun is the same as the self within me. Walk your feet in. Interlace your fingers over your left shin, right leg long. Shake it out, get it close. And hands interlaced, take your right heel high and sweep it down. Take your time. Land on the block. Just rinse it out. And if you've got space, move that bottom block aside and use the extra 3 inches to come all the way down, opening the hip, opening the space between your left knee and your right knee. Maybe it gets a little quicker, just for 4 and 5. With your right heel to the floor, take your right hand overhead and open out long. Drop your chin into the left shoulder. Right knee to chest, interlace your fingers, extend your left leg, calf to the block, inhale up, exhale down. Flex point your feet, roll your ankles, and conclude with both feet flexed. So you're leading by your heel, both up and down. If you don't need the block beneath you, push it aside. Right shin is steady and close, left heel moves a little more quickly. 3, 2. And keep your left heel to the floor, strong left leg, left hand overhead, drop your chin to your right shoulder. As though standing in the left leg, be strong, and let it run its course from your heel to your hand. Hands to shins, roll forward and back 3 times. Rolling up. Set your blocks in front. Hands sweep wide, drop your seat to stand up tall, opening everything. Knees bend, hands wide. Fold. Hands to the blocks or to the floor. And stand up. So the bend in your knees keeps your low back safe. If your hamstrings are tight, that knee bend is really important. As your hamstrings open, you may be able to bring your hands to the floor. And you may fold with the legs straight, but you fold without falling down. You can strain the hamstrings if you just drop your weight. And so it's a fold, it's controlled. Bend your knees if you need to. And let it quicken. Oh. Five, 4, 3, 2. Hook your thumbs and a little side to side. Where is it tight? Where is it caught? Across the hips, across the belly, up under the ribs. Keep it moving, keep it rising. Elevate under the armpits. Heart is high, chin is tucked, the back of the neck is long, the fingers are long. From the heel of your hand to your fingertips be long. From the heels of your feet to your toes be long. And then navel to spine, arms wide. And just pause with your hands the height of your navel and feel the light in your hands.
the sun within all of us. Down to a seat. Your calves land on the blocks. Your blanket lays across your thighs. And you come to lie back. Unfold the blanket. And drop your hands. And let all the tension and all the effort of the past hour just slide out of your body into the ground. The blocks are there to help the low back release in case the standing and the folding was creating any sort of strain. If your low back is fine, then bring your heels to the floor. Feel the pelvis open, the chest is broad. Let your breath be big and free, loose, like a sail. Adjust, fidget, shift. Let your breathing settle into the abdomen. Keep the chest quiet. It becomes silent and smooth. Adding on from the breath in the abdomen, continue your inhalation up into the chest. So starting the breath at the belly, breathe into the chest and widen a yawn or a sigh, and then complete exhalation. Continue. Feeling the power of your breath through the chest, through the abdomen, into new territory. Be rearranged internally. And add on again. So you breathe into the belly, you breathe into the chest, you breathe up into the collarbones, as though smelling a flower. The breath in the belly gives depth, front to back. The breath in the ribs gives width, left to right. And the breath to the collarbones gives length, top to bottom. Add dimension internally. And then let it go.
Let your breathing settle back into the abdomen. Let it dissipate. Let it diminish. And as you're growing more familiar, perhaps you can already feel that ball of energy, that pulse of light, the inhale, spreading through the abdomen, the exhale, gathering a point of light. Just watch that. The body effortless, the breath effortless, the mind at ease. Pause your playlist. And build your seat by folding your blanket. And coming up. If you need to move to a chair, to the couch, to any other seat with more support, set it up. Fidget. Fix. Tend. So that when you arrive, it's ready, it's waiting for you, it's held. Spine is tall, heart is high, hands to thighs. In and out through the nostrils, smooth and silent and circular. 4 counts in, 4 counts out, or if you're already there, 6 counts in, 6 counts out. Start with 3 rounds. And at the base of your next exhalation, when the breath is totally out, pause there for 2 breaths, for 2 counts. Or if you were breathing for 6 counts, pause for 4. The inhale is smooth and full, cresting easily into the exhale. And the exhale will pause, 1, 2, and then again, or pausing. The pause giving the breath a little more potency. Feeling the pause, the exhalation lands and gathers at the navel. And then releasing the technique, just allowing your breath to be natural. Feel how the inhalation is a sense of expanse through the abdomen, and how the exhalation is a gathering into the navel. And just ride that wave of sensation. Start to feel an opening and a gathering. If you like, give it a quality of light with your mind, a diffuse ball gathering back into a brilliant marble. And releasing any effort with the breath, any effort with the mind. In this pause, in this stillness, your power remains. Our worth is not determined by our level of activity. We have joined these artificially. A stone in the field, lying in the sun, is no less valuable than a stone rolling down a hill. In your still priceless. See if you can feel that just for a moment before we move on. In your stillness, you are priceless. And this stillness adds value to every action and every ability in the rest of the day. I am this. Deepening the breath, sweeping wide, bring it with you. Palms together. All the way in. I am this. Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Satnam. Newsletter went out yesterday. If you didn't get it, it will be up on my website under the blog. You can always check it out.
making some changes in the schedule, in the way that we pursue our 40 days of consistency. You have power. You have the ability to be aware. You have the ability to be awake. And you have the ability then to make change when it is needed. And making change, in this case, as you will find in the newsletter, is about making space, making rest, making pause, making the intuitive moment of not today easier, within our reach, expected of us. May we honor that which in us that fluxes and flows. May it give us more warmth, more kindness, and more depth in everything we do. You have to act as if it were possible to radically change the world, and you have to do it all the time. It can be as simple as pausing, stepping back. This is my last live class until the morning of April 18th. It'll be a Sunday morning, 8 a.m. I will be bursting to be with you. That same Sunday morning, I will also teach in the park. So 10:30 on April 18th in Druid Hill Park, just as we did before. You are welcome. I will meet you in both places. Until then, you may repeat each day of the week. Repeat last Monday's class this coming Monday. And make your way back and find new lessons in the repetition. Or take those 5 days. I would highly recommend, and I am finding for myself a necessity for more asana with this sequence. And so there are many Saturdays to choose from, and very often my classes are built that the first 20, 30, 40 minutes is a standalone. And so find 20, 30, 40 minutes of being on your mat instead of doing this Kriya. If you choose next week, move into the body and this is very powerful. And if you have any kind of constraint, if you feel your shoulders rounding, if you feel a shortening through the front body, then the asana serves to open you back up and redistribute your energy and your posture. That would be my recommendation, is a little more asana work while I'm away. Enjoy it all. And I will look forward to seeing you next April 18th, Sunday morning. Sat Nam. We are this.